everyone.
Good morning.
So my name is Lisa, and I'm going to be taking you through a technique of training that's called dotmocracy. So the first thing I'm going to explain is what dotmocracy is and how it can be used as a technique for teaching or training. So dotmocracy is basically a technique of recognizing different levels of opinion among a group of people. So for example, let's say in a group discussion, members can come up with 5 different strategies that they disagree on about dealing with a particular issue, and other members can come and place their votes on where they agree on the issue. So on the process, the first step is, as the trainer or the person conducting the activity, I'll distribute sticky notes or dots or markers and give each one of my students, and they'll come in, they'll use them and place them where they strongly agree on. You understand?
Yes.
So after we do the activity, we can come as a group and we can visually assess where the most points or votes has been cast, and we can now discuss on why we have agreed on this and not the other one. So I'll invite my colleague to come and demonstrate of how the activity is supposed to be conducted.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So now that you have known what is dotmocracy, we will conduct an activity with an example. Each and every person should put a dot where she or he feels that the method is appropriate. I've got a question, and I believe that each and every one of you will understand because it comes from one of our units. So the question is, what cutting tools or equipment do you find most effective in a workshop? Cutting tools. So I've got fabric shears, rotary cutters, straight knife cutting machine. So I want each and every one of you to come and put a dot where you feel that you like it's the most appropriate for you. Starting from the back, using your pens. The next row.
that dotmocracy. Like right now we have used this example and all of us we have been involved and we have been able to see which equipment is best. Another one? Yes?
It is cost effective.
Yes, it is cost effective because we have only used a paper and a pen. So it is not expensive like other methods of training. Another example? If there is no another example, I have another one. It helps in gathering feedback and opinion ideas. For example, if it was an industry conducting this dotmocracy, they will be able to identify which type of tool to buy or use in their company because it will be more faster and cheaper and will help through the uses of the factory. I will also welcome my colleague to continue on the other advantages.
Good morning, class.
Good morning.
I'm Purity Wamboy, and I'm going to add up on some of the disadvantages. Okay, we have it helps on conflict because when we decide on the cutting on the fabric shears, we will agree that yes, this is the most used shears, and it will help solve the conflict. The other one we have, it gives fair and equal opportunity to everyone because everyone will have the opportunity to choose which tool and equipment they prefer. The next one, it is transparency because everyone will be able to bring out the ideas and they will be able to choose what they prefer to use. I'm going to welcome my next colleague to discuss the disadvantages.
Good morning once more.
Good morning.
I'm going to take you through the disadvantages of dotmocracy. Now, as it goes, where there's the good things, we also have some bad things also. So on the disadvantages of dotmocracy, I'm going to highlight one point, that is it lacks interaction. Why am I saying this? It lacks interaction because the student and the trainer are not given that time to interact or to explain themselves on why they have chosen that. They just stand up and go and pin or give that point or mark on where they feel like it is suitable for them. Thank you. I welcome the next colleague to take you through another disadvantage.
Good morning. Now I'm going to add on the disadvantages. And the first one, it's not suitable for all the topics. It's not suitable to be used in all the topics because some topics are better learned when the trainer and the learner are in a classroom. For example, if we decide we're doing pattern drafting, we cannot use the dotmocracy method to learn pattern drafting because we cannot draft here and get suggestions about how we're supposed to draft. Okay? Now the next one, it requires self-discipline because this dotmocracy, it's up to you to come and give your suggestion. You might decide I will not give my suggestion, and it's okay because no one is following up to know if everyone has given their opinion. And with those two, I'm going to welcome my next colleague to add on others.
end of the day, those votes can't be recognized as the force that is supposed to be. Then, with those remarks, I do welcome my colleague to summarize on democracy.
Good morning, class. So I'll be taking you through a little bit of the summary of what we have discussed on today's lesson, which is democracy. So I have a question. How have you really understood the meaning of democracy? And if you have, can someone please say the meaning of what is democracy? Anyone? Yes?
Okay, it's a technique or a method of training where it engages the participants and they have to, through voting or by use of stickers or dots.
So it's a method or technique of training that engages the participants to do what? In voting.
Through use of dots or stickers,
Yes.
so that you can know on which opinion
It's the best. Nice. We can clap for her once. So we did an example here, and we illustrated what basically democracy is. So the question was, what cutting tools or equipment do you find most effective in a workshop? And there was fabric shears, rotary cutter, and straight knife cutting machine. And the answers, the remarks was most of you chose fabric shears. So I want to ask you a question. Why did you choose fabric shears? Yes?
easy to use.
It is easy to use, yes. We can clap for her once. Yes, another one.
It's easily available.
Easily available, clap once. Yes.
It's cheaper.
And it is cheaper, clap. Nice. So we also learned a little bit of advantage and disadvantage of democracy. So we're going to start with advantages. What are some of the advantages of democracy? Anyone? Yes?
It helps solve disputes.
It helps solve disputes, clap. Nice. Another one.
It's inclusive.
It is inclusive. How is it inclusive?
The students and the teachers are included in the learning.
So it is active, and students and teachers are well included and participating together, right? So we can clap once. Yes, and the last one. Anyone? Yes?
Gives equal opportunity.
It gives equal opportunity to all because everyone is voting, so you get a chance to express which is the best opinion you would like. So we got the clap for her. Yes, so we can go to disadvantages. What are some of disadvantages of using democracy? Yes?
It's not suitable for all topics.
It is not suitable for all topics. Yes, clap once. And here another disadvantage.
It requires self-discipline.
It requires
Discipline.
So for example, someone can come and decide, because we are just putting dots, I will basically put dots on all the answers because maybe I like all of them. So that is not discipline. So it requires,
Self-discipline.
yes, we can clap once. Any last disadvantage?
It lacks interaction.
It lacks interaction. Nice. So we can clap once. So we have come to the end of the lesson. I can see we have learned a lot on democracy. Does any one of you have a question? So it seems that you have understood the meaning, advantages, disadvantages of democracy. So in that, I conclude today's lesson and I wish you all the best in your studies.